Darren S. writes, could Han and Chewbacca die in Star Wars 7 when they blow up the Millennium Falcon to save the day?
Well, I mean,
how do you know that
Can we
happened?
stop killing Han? Can we stop replacing him just for one question?
well, I mean, this of course, this comes on a couple things. Number one, Harrison Ford, ever since Empire Strikes Back, has wanted Han Solo to be killed.
Yeah.
He thought it would be great to have that character go out like that, right? In the expanded universe, we've talked about this on the show before, so you probably know this. In the expanded universe, they had already killed off Chewbacca. Now, of course, the expanded universe doesn't count anymore. It's not canon. But they killed Chewbacca by, I'm not kidding, hitting him with the moon. So that's how they killed Chewbacca. So
It's a good way to go.
It's a good way to
Whole
go.
moon.
A whole moon to kill Chewbacca. So could I see Han dying in this film? It's absolutely possible they could. If they do, you probably have his best friend and life debt companion going out with him. So that is possible. And if they do, they would do it heroically. It won't be, oops, I made the wrong left turn into this shipping lane and now we died. They won't do that. So it'll probably be heroic. So I'm going to say 40% chance that happens. So there's a pretty decent chance in that, Schnepp.
You know what? Yeah, I'd say there's a big chance that Han Solo might possibly die, but I think he would never let Chewie die. He was gonna escape pod Chewie against Chewie's will, and everyone's gonna be crying when Chewbacca's crying.
He's gonna Armageddon him.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "You're not going with me, pal," or something.
Armageddon him.
Chewbacca's gonna be a little space pod, and they're gonna be like, "Gloik," pick him up, and he's crying like a Wookiee.
They could play Aerosmith, you know? They could do the whole thing, yeah. How does Chewbacca not see a moon coming? I got to read whatever that was. How do you not? Is it like when you're on the train tracks?
I think he came up behind him. Yeah, just
he was actually saving Han and Leia's children from a doomed planet that the moon was coming down. And so he went down there to get them off, and then he dies. I kid you not, screaming and shaking his fists at the oncoming moon, and he went out like a boss.
I'm glad that's not part of canon anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad that's
I'll
gone.
apologize to Chewbacca's extended family then for making light of such a
As part
sad
of Life
situation.
Day? Are you talking about Grumbles and Moonpla and whatever his family is from the Star Wars Christmas
I
holiday
think
special?
I blocked that out of my memory completely. I think Han could die. I think there's a better chance Han dies than Chewbacca. Like Schnepp said, I just don't think you kill off Chewbacca. You don't take him to the space vet. You don't do any of that stuff. I think Chewbacca's going to survive.
Don't kill dogs or
Episode 7.
Wookiees in movies, you know?
All right, what's next?
Hanzala Khan writes, what do you think of the Bourne franchise? Legacy was bad. Matt is joining Jeremy for next one. Will it be good enough?
Well, I take issue with a couple of things. I don't think Legacy was bad, actually. I think it was subpar for the title. I don't think it was as good as any of the other Bourne movies, but as its own, as a standalone kind of action-adventure film, I thought it was actually pretty good, just not as good as any of the other ones. So I thought it was all right. Second one, Matt Damon is not joining Jeremy Renner for the next one. Matt Damon is doing the next one, but Jeremy Renner is not. Now, the studio said that they do have the door open to do more with Jeremy Renner, and who knows, maybe cross the streams later on, but the next Bourne film does not have the two crossing paths, unless something new has come up in the last little while that I've not heard of. But do you guys have anything to add to that?
No, I want to see that movie eventually where they're both in one film, because I like Bourne Legacy. Like you said, it was the worst of the four, but those first three are so good. It's hard to follow that.
Yeah, I liked the Bourne Legacy, but I agree. Yeah, I was like, hearing that Matt Damon was coming back along with Greengrass was like, all right.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, and hopefully they work Renner back in, because I like I said, I didn't mind it. It's like an offshoot of the storyline, so they could go back. So
All right, say one more.
Sreaker writes, Transformers 1 or The Dark Knight Rises if you had to pick.
Well, I know what this guy's going to say, but okay, look, I did not, like, contrary to popular belief, I did not hate The Dark Knight Rises. I liked The Dark Knight Rises. I just thought it was clearly the weakest of the three. I thought it was a big step down, but I still enjoyed it. I liked the film. And as much as I hate Transformers 2, 3, and 4, I really enjoyed the first one. And so I really enjoyed that one. I kind of liked Dark Knight Rises, so I got to go with Transformers 1. I am fascinated what you're going to say on this, though.
I strangely, against my everything, all fibers of my being, I have to say Dark Knight Rises, because I'm one of those people who absolutely hates the Transformers, all of it. Like everything about it. I hated the first one with like the dog peeing on the Transformer hiding behind the house. That's burned into my brain. I know, but we reacted differently.
Yeah.
I absolutely can't stand that movie. And then the second one, I remember sweating like, when is it going to end? They're in the desert. It's just never ending robots fighting. And originally, like, I was like, how could you get bored watching robots fight? Well, Transformers 2 will show you how that happens. 3 and 4, let's not even talk about it. So they're not in any kind of like greatest or any type of film that I loved Pain and Gain. So Michael Bay and The Rock, he's a good director. He does good films. So, but
he's a good director and does good films.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, aside from Transformers,
The Rock is great.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's done good films. He can be a good director. I'm not saying Transformers, any of those are worthy of any type of directing awards or anything like that. But I'm not going to hate on Michael Bay. He's done some good films, but Nolan's done great, incredible films.
Yeah.
And The Dark Knight Rises, for all of its faults and how much I felt it was a disappointment for the trilogy, The Dark Knight with the Joker is still one of my favorite superhero films, one of my favorite Batman films. Dark Knight Rises was just very disappointing to me. Story-wise, a lot of it didn't make sense. Bane was misused. A lot of the characters just weren't used properly, at least from my perspective. But it's above and beyond a better film than any of the Transformers.
Yeah, I think the first Transformers is the best one to me. But even in that, it's like if I pick Transformers, it's almost like I'm supporting what happened with the next films. Whereas if you take The Dark Knight Rises, and yes, it was a real letdown to me, and I did not like that movie, and I even like it less every time I think about it, especially the last act. But if I'm looking at it as just a standalone film, where at least I still got to see Batman, and I love Christian Bale as Batman. Right. I love a lot of the characters in that trilogy and even in that film, so I'm gonna have to take characters over really neat looking robots. The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.